Right, it is Friday evening and I've decided that I get asked so many questions, not really on YouTube, but I get asked so many questions about the diet, and I know that before I started it I had lots of questions, so I thought I would try and answer some of them. Anyway, right. The first one I get asked a lot is, how much is it? Isn't it expensive? Yes, it is expensive, but if you consider, say, a weekly shop for about four people probably comes to about £100. I'm not really sure. I think it's about £100 worked out. And my products for this week, so 14 bars in total and 7 like powder shakes rather than tetras. 7 of them. So that's 21 products. That costs, I think it's about £57. So it is a lot of money, but it's worth it and the results are worth it. They speak, it speaks volume. It is worth doing if that's something that appeals to you. Aren't you hungry is one I get a lot of the time. No, I mean, I have moments when my stomach starts rumbling and then I realise I haven't had any water yet, or I'm due a product or something. Like, to start with, it's difficult, and it's not a hunger thing, it's like a habit, if that makes sense. So I like to eat. I mean, I haven't got to this size by breathing in air and not eating anything. So I like to eat, I like to taste food, I like good food, and that's the bit that's difficult. You don't really feel hungry, but you do want to eat. Unless you've done something like this, like if you've done Slim Fast maybe, or some of the other ones, you don't really know what I mean, unless you've done something similar before. It's not necessarily a hunger thing. Like, it is initially, you do feel a bit hungry because I'm not putting like a sandwich into my body right now, but it's not a hunger thing, it's a habit thing. That's the only way I can think to describe it. On that, what do you eat? I have made a products video somewhere, I'm sure I'll link it. I'll probably put a link down there or a link at the end of the video. Yeah, I have made a video what products I have during the day. I tend to stick to, I used to be quite into the tetras, and I would have 3 tetras a day or 2 tetras a day in a bar, but I've kind of gone off them a little bit. As you probably know, I have done this diet for quite a while now because I just didn't get my head into gear properly. Now my head is back in gear, but I'd kind of gone off them a little bit. But everybody has their own personal taste when it comes to products, and you just you find things that work for you. So I really like the key lime pie shake, which is a powder shake, and I really like the cherry and something smoothie. The smoothies are quite nice. The apple and blackcurrant's a bit sweet for me. Aren't you bored? Sometimes, yeah. But then if I was cooking dinner, I would probably get bored sometimes too, because life doesn't always make it easy for you to put things together. And, sometimes you will have, even if you're just eating normally, sometimes you will have spaghetti one night and then the leftovers for your lunch and then the leftovers for your dinner, or have it a few nights in a row. And that's boring too in my mind. So yeah, sometimes I get bored of it, but actually not everything could be exciting. Won't you just gain the weight as soon as you've finished? If, as soon as I finish and get to my goal weight, I decide that I'm going to go to McDonald's and eat everything in sight, then I will probably gain the weight back, yes. But there are higher steps. So I'm on something called Soul Source Plus. So I do have an evening meal sometimes. Soul Source Plus, you do tend to have an evening meal, and it's very small portioned, and it is high protein and green vegetables. That's the basic way to put it. I do have that most nights, and not every night, hence why it wasn't in my products and my day in products video, because I didn't. And yeah, so the idea is that you work back up the steps. So if you start on Soul Source Plus, you'll then go up to step 1 and step 2, etc., slowly increasing your exercise, increasing your food, decreasing your products. So yeah, gonna do that this time. The last one. Have you tried InShot? My answer is, if something works, then it works.